Hey everybody, this is Josh at Backyard Leisure. Just going to do a real quick video today on a super simple thing that you want to know for your hot tub. That is just how to clean your filter. It seems like it's pretty basic, but there's a little bit of a technique to it. I've been out to customers' houses before that are having water care issues, and they'll say, well, I just cleaned my filter, and I'll pull it out, and quite frankly, it needs cleaned. So we're just going to show you real quick what I would do. As you're probably aware, there are filter cleaning products out there. Those are a good thing to use. In my opinion, you don't need to use them every time necessarily, but maybe every month or two it might be a good idea to use something like that, because it's kind of a degreaser, and water alone obviously isn't going to get rid of that grease. But we're just going to do a rinse today. So what we want to do, this filter, this is about a year old, so it's actually probably going to get replaced pretty soon, but we're going to go ahead and rinse it out here. And the goal is not necessarily to get it back white just like a brand new one. Frankly, that's just not going to happen. At some point, you're just going to have some discoloration, but we just want to make sure that we get any kind of debris out of here, and that we just do a good solid rinse all the way through, so that any smaller non-visible material is removed as well. So basically, you just want to be on kind of the highest pressure setting of your garden hose nozzle. You do not want to use an actual pressure washer on a hot tub filter, because basically this is a woven fabric, and too much pressure will actually put a hole or separate the fibers to the point where it's not functional anymore. But just a garden hose nozzle on the jet setting. We're going to go ahead and turn that on, so you can see, as we move through, you just want to find the one that's going to give you as much of a kind of a small direct flow as you can get. What we want to do is we just want to kind of work in small areas. We don't want to, maybe just a couple inches wide. We want to get as much pressure up in there as we can. And we just want to use kind of a sweeping motion. And I like to kind of angle my water flow like this, so that we're sort of pushing any large debris that's down in those pleats to one end or the other. You can see as I do this that we've got large debris sort of coming up and out. And that's the goal. And we just want to be really intentional about this. Like I mentioned, sometimes I'll go out to a customer's house and they say they've cleaned their filter, and then pretty much I need to clean it. And I don't know. I think people just sort of are pretty nonchalant about it. But really, we just want to work to make sure that we really get every square inch of that some pretty good water pressure, just to push out both the debris that we're seeing come out, and then also obviously there's going to be stuff too small to see that's going to come out as well. So people do ask, how often should I do this? And there's definitely some variables. Obviously how many people are using the tub, how often, how careful you are about not introducing, foreign debris and things like that. But I would say, probably bare minimum once a month. I try to do it just sort of whenever I have a chance, especially as we get into the colder weather. Basically you kind of never know when your next opportunity is going to be. So if I've got a nice day where I'm home, I'll usually just go ahead and do it, even if I've just done it recently, just to make sure that if we turn into a cold snap, I've bought myself some time. Now, in a lot of parts of the country, obviously, you're going to come to a point in the year where this is just not feasible to use a hose outside. So there's a couple of things you can do. Some people have like utility sinks, with a pretty good spray nozzle on them. That's definitely better than nothing. I don't have that. What I do is I'll run it through the dishwasher. Again, it's probably not going to do as good of a job as this does, but I'll just put it in there. You don't want to use any detergent, obviously. You don't want to run it through a dry cycle. You just want to do a rinse. You'll have that setting on your dishwasher. You just want to do a rinse cycle. And I would probably run it through at least two. Maybe I would lay it down like so, and then turn it over and run it again. At least do that once, because obviously in the dishwasher the water only really runs in one direction. So you want to make sure and hit, it may not even be a bad idea to do all four sides. So, basically the deal is the reason that this is important, it's one of the most basic, but really probably one of the most crucial things you can do for your water care, because the filter is working for you constantly to catch anything that we don't want in the tub. But really, if it's in the filter, it's still in the tub, and it's still going to be affecting, our sanitizer usage and our water clarity. So it's the job of the filter isn't really completed until we get that material out of the filter as well. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Again, that's just a little bit of time with a standard garden hose and just being intentional. You just want to kind of take your time and really just sort of make sure that you're working, each pleat to get all that debris out of there. This filter is actually about a year old. It's really about to be replaced, but still we were able to get it to look pretty good. And you just, if you look down into these pleats, you just pick a few and sort of spot check it. You can see you just don't have any debris left in there. So that's what we're looking for. And again, you just want to do this pretty regularly. Just getting any of those contaminants completely out of the tub is what's going to make it a lot easier to care for and improve your experience. So just clean your filter. It makes life easier. If this is something you don't really want to do, if you're local to us here at Backyard Leisure, we actually do offer a service that would include this. It's not a filter cleaning service per se, but we do have what we call a Platinum Valet service, where for a monthly fee, we will come out on a weekly basis and basically do everything that it takes to take care of your hot tub. That monthly fee also includes all of the product that we need to do that as well. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to contact the store at 8334-HOT-TUB, and we can talk to you about the details and get you set up on that. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure today to show you how to take care of your hot tub filter. I'm Josh at Backyard Leisure. Hot tub, you need it.